killed the market for, of course. So now this had killed the market for, of course.
Just little. Werega.
We are welcome on the Hotline Network. Good evening. It's Africa Maria from Kampala, Uganda, with my colleague INNOSSETU. Today is Wednesday, and mm, we welcome those. Of course, we're going to introduce the topic and the person to be able to watch. Nedda bw'otandika okwogera nange nfunako kyengatteko.
Just twogera bwogezi kugonda.
We hope you guys are fine. Mhm. Today's topic is about population growth in Africa, and yes, but I'll let Innocent to first greet you guys, and then we just dive right into the topic of today.
So today is of course a Wednesday. Today is 5th. Today is 5th of May. Is it, are we in May? June. Today is of course 6th of June. No, today is 5th of June, not 6th. Uh let me hope guys you're doing good. My name is INNOSSETU, and let me hope everything is moving on well wherever you're watching us from. Yes, our topic today is population growth in Africa. So there are a lot has been of course circulating about Africa's population growth, and some people reached an extent of planning for Africa, saying that Africa's population is growing very high. It is increasing so fast. Some people introduced a lot of measures to combat the increasing population in Africa. Though Africa is not actually the continent that has a lot of people, uh, according to the statistics that we know and we see, Africa is, of course, among the countries that are having the youngest population, but not the countries that are having, like that are having like, should I say, very many people. Oh, Africa is not densely populated compared to other continents like Asia. Look at China, look at India, Australia. However, it is exaggerated. That's why we see a lot of farms are coming out to. A lot of people are, of course, are making organizations to combat Africa's population growth prior, like introducing GMOs, introducing family planning to control the population that has not grown to that extent to apply such measures. We know that in Africa, currently the population is about 1.49 billion people in Africa. That is
As per some years.
as per today, as per 2024. It is an approximate. And the growth rate, we see that the continent has experienced a steady population growth with the 2.36 increase from 2023. We see that historical trends, the population has been growing consistently with annual growth rate of 2.5 in the recent years. So drivers of growth like high fertility rates are major driver, where the average women in Africa is having 4.7 children. Of course, this has influenced by factors such as desired family size, low level of use of modern contraceptives and contraceptives, and high levels of adolescent childbearing. You see that a lot of people have said about the future projections of African population is expected to roughly double by 2050. We are yet to see that, adding 1.2 billion people by that time. But we s-
I think the most threatening thing to the new world order system is not the population per now, but it is the fact that the age at which the population is.
mm,
Asia has a big population. You've talked about China, India, and other people, but Africa has a very young age. Okay, the biggest population of the people in Africa are young people, which of course gives. We are not speculating death. We don't usually speculate
together.
So I think that is the most threatening part, because if you see the generation, there is at least a guarantee that Africa's generation is going to overdrive together those other countries or regions like you are comparing. Um, and of course, when we see high levels, it's the best.
Mhm.
When you see high levels of youths underage, of course, first of all, like they have said, a lot of people bear children at a very young age, which implies that there is room for a tremendous growth. So nze ndowooza estimation yaabwe esinziira ku myaka abafirika gy'alina kuba ffe abakyasinze young population mu nsi.
Mm,
Kati of course definitely is 100% nti abaana abo bagenda kuzaala,
mm,
abaana abo bagenda kula. By the time we batuukira akaseera bajja kuba bazadde baana bannaabwe, compared ku population ennyingi ate erina abakadde abatali child bearing. Ndowooza balabika okwo kwe basinziira. Akola matrix bali cyane bali
So, like the population of Africa, do you know that like there are a lot of lies that have been told? How much do you have?
muleke oyo naawe kola muveeko
Hmm?
kola. How much do you have katebe bibiri asatu munaana omugambe meka 10 alyoka
Ebiri.
akusalireko.
Nsobola n'omugamba ebiri. Nsobola n'omugamba ebiri.
Kyokka omuntu n'okuleetinga ekintu kikya online n'okikuleetinga ku how do you expect ogenda kufuna abantu?
Anti bano be bayita baabo, be bayita baki? Bano be bayita abayiri. They don't have their own shops. Nze namusindirira akagalo k'omumakkati. He's not picking what I'm getting, what I'm telling him. So I'm looking at development. Like beside for me, I normally I
Abakoyogera namuwala.
for me I normally look at Africa as a country, as a continent that is blessed with everything.
Mm,
When we look at countries that of course that developed,
mm,
for example, USA, UK,
mm.
and other European countries,
Continent.
continents, sorry,
The European
the
continent and
Europe,
America.
the European continents that have developed so fast in the
Mm,
recent years, we see that what made these, of course, continents to develop their people.
mm,
Hmm?
mm,
What made these countries to develop their people? These are, of course, people that picked our people here in Africa to take them for and took them through slavery and developed their countries or developed their continents. Before seeing this, of course, industrialized era, USA or UK, they did not develop on they did not develop during the era of industrialization, because this is the industrialization era, industrialization and technology era that we are in
mm,
today. But before, there were no industries before. Mm? So these countries developed without the people who developed these countries were our people who were, of course, are doing production in their countries, who were in construction of roads, buildings. Before even going that far, look at Egypt,
mm,
the country that is looked as the grandfather of civilization in the world. I
mm,
won't say Africa. When you look at those pyramids in Egypt, they were constructed by people. No machines are there.
mm,
Hmm? And during that time, the population was lower than the population that we are having today. Hmm?
mm,
Hmm? So the population that we have in Africa today is controlled, hmm, through various things, through various, of course, programs that are put down, like the contraceptive thing that, of course, that is legally introduced to people.
mm,
It has to be it has to be consented. It is your willing to use a contraceptive. By the
mm.
recently we are watching a Ugandan girl that died in Abu Dhabi. Is it Abu Dhabi?
Dubai.
In Dubai, because of a contraceptive. They have very many disadvantages. The contraceptives. However, very many villages. That is Jeep Jabba says
Yeah.
hi. I don't know, and I'm in this space.
Mm.
Hello, Jeep
Hi,
Jabba.
Tiffany.
Let me hope you're doing good wherever you're watching from. So, um, Iyambadde kuki? So controlling population,
Mm,
it is not far away from controlling development. If someone controls population, controls development, because it is the same. They are the same people that, of course, develop communities.
mm,
Together.
mm,
Yes, we have seen a lot of problems. We have seen a lot of problems in African countries because of urbanization.
mm,
These problems are also in USA, also in UK, Russia, and other countries. It is not in Africa only.
mm,
But we see that Africa is experiencing what is called forced population control.
mm,
Hmm? However much we see the use of contraceptives, it is something that is illegal and, of course, that is consented. It has to be for your own will. But there are a lot of methods that are not consented, like GMO introduction in Africa. It is not
mm,
consented.
mm,
Some people don't know about these GMOs. Secondly, immunization, different immunization programs that we've had
mm.
in Africa. Recently, you told me you read about that. Hey, Taina, recently you told me you read about
Mm,
how uh, how how the
Children,
huh?
the people vibration.
how that how one of the international health organizations, they are making African women starlight. Why don't they? Why don't, like, through immunizations, the drugs that of course that are immunized by
Mm,
African people at different stages?
mm,
Why don't these people immunize their people? Why don't they control population in their countries?
mm,
Because we see, like, for them, their fear is like Africans' population is going to double by 2050 and Africa will have no food. Africans will not afford food. Africans will not have enough land. Africans will not have enough land to make cultivations, rare animals and stuff. But looking at countries like India, India is far developed than Uganda. Okitegeera?
mm.
And Africa, looking at India, India is having a bigger population that is bigger than even Africa. Some African countries, actually. Some African countries. Hmm? So, kamala okulaba.
Yeah, one Indian population. Mm.
India.
Africa's population is 3.7 larger than the population of India. It has more inhabitants.
So,
It has increased over 57.
before these countries looking at such measures, of course, to control population, for me looking at a population which is big,
Mm.
for me, I think there are a lot of things that there are a lot of things that are concerned with the development
So
that are
Google in India more developed.
that are still
India development ya India teri divided. Because India is more developed than Uganda.
ah,
Those are not the those proposals.
so controlling population is not, like I say, it is not far away from controlling development. These people, the Bazungus, want a population they can manage in Africa. They want a manageable population they can manage. That's why we see. I don't know whether this is also in actually. I want some enlightenment on this. If someone there outside watching should tell me this. Do we have the same policies we have here in Africa, in Europe? Like, are they the same policies that are in Europe? Apart from them having those legal, like, for you must bear 4 kids stuff.
Mm,
Hmm?
mm,
Yeah, like there are laws that are governing childbearing in those countries. But uh, why is it that most of these people, there is a way they are controlling Africa's population,
mm,
and of course in a non-consented way, and this has made Africa to lag behind.
mm,
Mm? Because we have seen a lot of women suffering from a lot of diseases after using contraceptives, whichever kind of contraceptive. We have seen, uh, uh, like I said at first, these European countries, they developed because of Africa's population that helped them to construct roads, to construct industries that helped them in their farmlands and stuff. Why is it that they control Africa's population? They don't want African people to do, of course, agriculture. They don't want African people to engage in production. That's why actually most of the time they want us to rely on their goods and services. They want they're making African people, African youths to resort to homosexuality. Together. We have seen some religions in the world that are, of course, that are promoting celibacy, that it is illegal for you to have a wife and children. You have to stay single. All these methods, they are controlling Africa's population. However much we see India having a bigger population, and we have seen actually the countries here in Africa that have a lot of people. These are countries that are developed. Look at Nigeria; it is some kind of developed. However, they say, however, a lot of people are unemployed, stuff. But these are the same people that develop the nation. Looking at South Africa. South Africa is also having a good big population. South Africa is somehow developed. But look at these countries that have fewer people. Go to Congo. Hmm? So these people, they want a manageable population which they can govern, which they can control, which can listen to them. Look at Somalia. Look at Southern Sudan. Those countries never in a population in them. They have a little. They don't have bigger populations. They have small populations of people. But these are countries that are having instabilities. Why? Now you take your stuffs of contraceptives, family planning in such countries for what? These are countries that need development. These are countries that, of course, their people need to work hard to, of course, to find the ends meet. Okitegeera? Uh, uh, actually, African people are now, like most urban people in Africa, now fear big numbers. But when you go back to eras of ancient life, you look at people had, actually, I think destruction or controlling population starts with, of course, destroying the family structure in Africa. Because when you look at the extended family, someone grew up knowing that has to make that big extended family. Okitegeera? Grew up knowing that. When you look at singa otunuulira bajjajjaabo, I normally actually when you look at when you look at kita era kugamba USA oba UK yakola India ndino
anti omutundu bayogera ekintu kyebali wamukoonako so ajuzi yeereeta mbaze kuwakanya amaze olaba
so looking at of course population and development, there is a way high populations or bigger populations contribute to development, whether you like it or not. This is what I wanted to say. Like for me, I have my grandma actually we buried her in 2021 or 22 when it was beginning in January there. The other one I told you about, she had 103 years. The woman had grown up. Those are people that had extended family. However, when you look at the structure the structure of their being nti yali abeera wano, they live in mountains. She was staying at the tip of the mountain. Omwana w'omuddaka ali wano nga bwe bati lwabagabanya. And also these kids that had created their families and big families, and they had also given land to their kids.
They had occupied the entire
place. So when you look at the entire village was full of family members.
Some family.
You see there? The entire village was the other one is my uncle, the other one is the cousin. You like otambula paka kuku. It is a family. It is a family. It is a family. Like they tell you. So that was like that kind of extended family. So destroying family structure, when you look at people in Africa, in urban centers, when you go to cities, people in the cities in Africa don't want to have, of course, bigger families. People in urban areas, they don't have to have those big extended families. First of all, they look at life of course, in cities. It is there is high cost of living in urban centers. Everything is expensive. You have to buy everything in family for a family. But when you go to villages, people go to garden and dig there, and of course farm there, whatever.
The bigger the family, the bigger the food, the more the food.
The food, what you get, and actually bigger when you look at when you pull up statistics, bigger, however much you have urban areas, they are densely populated in African countries, even in other countries. But when you go to village, the real population is in the village. Most people are living in the village. However, they are not densely populated. They are scattered. But the biggest population is in the villages. However, in towns, they are densely what? Populated. So destruction of family structure, of course, has pressurized people, of course, to have few, of course, family members and other, of course, stuff. Someone can't tasobola kubearinga mwana. People can't adopt. They don't adopt children because of that. But in reality, if you have 4 people, if at all you are 6 people at home, ogenda okulira ng'ewaka wagubinde n'okuggumire. You feel that you're feeling those people around, but you stay home. But in the other theory, you stay home, like you stay as one at home. Ogenda okulira nga you don't even feel the home. Okitegeera?
But there are people who don't like staying with others.
You
feel like that.
If at all you grew up with others, why don't you want to stay with others? It's all about.
I have my aunties. The moment you travel to their places, the first question they'll ask is, "When are you going back?" Before even you take what. And I don't know, they are like that. That is their nature. Each time, and yeah, and they have been in the city for a very long time. For us, we've just come in the city now. Me, I didn't grow up in Kampala. I didn't grow up in Kampala, but we have relatives who have been in Kampala since we. I don't know since when. But again, by the way, and that is why at times I always tell you, we need like not to put a lot of concentration here, rather up country, because I've seen those people, they have not even developed.
High cost of living.
So now for them, the moment we could, because at times we could come, like you've come to get, of course you want to join schools here, and of course you come and mom is like, we are going to sleep at your auntie's place, and the moment you come in, you see like everyone is, and my mom is she she always knew her sisters, so whenever we are coming, she has to make sure we come with the food and everything. She wakes up fast in the morning. She cooks, because for them they can sleep until forever. She cooks food and you eat. and every so that she makes people not to feel like you are here for them to take care of you. And this is what, and this is something that I've learned with time. I don't visit people. If I'm coming at your place, I can never come empty-handed. Even if I've come to see you for 2 hours, I can never carry myself and expect you to give me water, juice. What? Because people don't like seeing people in their houses. And now, for them, they had grown in a bigger population, in a bigger family. But I guess they had a different ideology about us entirely because having lived outside the city and all that. But again, with now we have grown, and at times we see and we are like, how did these people end up like this with all the chances they had in the city? You come from the village and you compete highly and even gain more than the people who have been there throughout. Right? So I think when it comes to the population growth of Africa and the target of the Africa's population growth, really, which is the topic today, a lot of people now are neglecting. Kel Williams is right in the building. You're welcome, Kel Williams. Yeah, you can join GB Jabba, Jiba Jabba with another third person. I don't know who that is, but somebody's words. And a lot of people really have the society has structured the African mind now that having a big family shows that you're primitive, illiterate. But we've seen a lot of people who are financially stable having very many children now. And at times you will not notice these children until they die. Is when you see
playing a video naawe
so at times you realize that a lot of these people
nonya kagundi kalinga bagakwata bali
tewali bwe bakutte naawe
kalabye wano ndabye wano.
at times you realize that those people the society has drafted us to reject. Innocent is saying that he prefers living in a place where there are many people because he grew up in an environment of many people. All right. I by the way, when I was growing up, I grew up in an extremely extended family. All right. In extremely extended family. And one thing about us, it is not that all the children who now, it is not that all the children who were living in this family belonged to my mother. But most of these children, my dad, because we were born 7. And at times we'll find that we are like 20 people at home, and that is the minimum population. You do find, and it's like everyone wanted to like stay at our home. First of all, my mom was a very carefree person, though she was very principled. At times people would be asked, at times her sisters would ask like, why do their children love to come home? Yet my mom was very principled. But the kids love to come around because I guess she knew how to handle children despite the principles. You know, when I talk about principles, you know what I mean. Each time you do something, you are being hooked and all that kind of thing. But I lived in that kind of family that it became so very hard for me to stay when I'm alone in a place. Really, I cannot live in a house where I don't have at least a family member. I feel so uncomfortable because I've grown in such a huge family, and from this huge family, I have learned a lot. You learn a lot of behaviors and how to control. You get to learn very many things that you wouldn't have learned if at all you were alone. or if you were raised alone. I'm saying this. We learn to share. We learn to be kind to each other. We learn to feel others' pain. We learn actually to interact, make others feel at home. And at times, you know, this is why I say that at times we would travel. Now, these were the people who would send their children to my mother each time. Whenever the children would get holidays, we would know buses are going to be bringing my mother's, my mother, the children to my mother's sisters, my aunties. They're all going to be coming to our home, and they come to our home. We had a very big house, so that wasn't a problem. So they would come but even if you are going to visit these people who are sending their children to our home, you do see like they are very uncomfortable. Even if you are two, even if it is my mom and another person, even if you're one, all right, and you visit them, you do feel they are uncomfortable. Now that I've grown, I get to understand why they used to send their children home. They were also uncomfortable with their kids because their children weren't at home during school time, and when school comes, they send. My mom at that time, I think among the sisters, she's the one who had many kids compared to the sisters. Yeah, the sisters were like, her elder sister has two, and then her other sister has uh, four, and then they have that small family. But until now, they are grown up children. They don't even know how the world runs, really. You see, there are things that people ignore. But at times I look at them and I'm like, how do these people really see the world? They see the world differently, and and the family structure. The family structure is the African family structure is stronger than any family structure in the world. This one I can guarantee. And this is why we see they still tell you that Africa is a friendly. I don't know with other countries outside Uganda in Africa, but in Uganda, people usually say Ugandans are friendly people. Most of the Ugandan families are extended families. Most of them. It is just a small percentage of the I wanna be like a Mzungu who have small families. And with these small families, still behind them there is a huge extended family. All right. And this is why it is easier for Ugandans to fix themselves anywhere and they feel comfortable. And this is why it is easier for them to welcome anyone, anyhow, because that is what extended family trains the mind of someone. It trains you to share, to love, not to be greedy with anything. And I think this is why Africa has been free like this. They don't have greed about, with a lot of things. Okay. So the population is growing. I hope in a good way, and not mix kids. That will not be good for Africa. Rwanda don't Rwanda done mess up taking in all these illegal immigrants. That was a stupid move. This is all another. Now they are bringing all. By the way, we saw history is repeating itself. This time it is repeating itself here in Africa. We saw in Brazil where where a lot of whites were moved deliberately. I mean, they were brought to Brazil of course, to intermix with the dark-skinned people who were in Brazil at that time. Because in Brazil at that time it had a high population of black people. So they even had to bring people like they are doing with Rwanda right now. And I think this should be a sign. Zanzibar, baby. Nobody say abantu.
Parliament yali abaddugavu bali abagundi ne beeteeka abawarabu.
abantu abo bazaala buzazi baana banyampi
anti olina abantu abasimbako bonna brown.
bali bakyotala
They are Moors. Si babayita bamoo. They are Moors.
bamuzi be bavaawo
Tugende ku birala.
so gulinge bamuzi be bavaawo. So on Agambia, a bunch of criminal is coming there. True, yeah, we even talked about this thing some time back. Nze mbadde mmanyi bakyotala. Kirega oli ba Morocco. Mix Arab Spanish and Amazon Baba. Tegeze wali aba Spanish n'Abarabu. Badde sikimanyi baliga. Just learning this now. But they love to sell their people. I don't know about that trade. Similar. Ali manyi bakyotala b'Abasiraamu. Bantu speaking people n'aba Arabs. So a bunch of criminals coming on there. They love to sell their people out. The issue of bringing those people down to Rwanda is bigger than what most people are seeing. And we have seen this now. When we talk about the population, Ken Williams said, so the population is growing, I hope in a good way, and not mix kids that will not be good for Africa. It has been, by the way, recorded that that World Health Organization is deliberately, of course, giving vaccinations that are sterilizing African women, and this has been. That have deliberately, of course, sterilizing the African women. Now, there are reasons why this is happening. One, a lot of people, first of all, they wish to depopulate Africa. Two, they want to continue the homosexual thing in Africa, really. And three, we have seen still this that we have seen the sterilization thing going on throughout time. But I know the purpose of these things is to prevent the African women from having children, all right? And of course, to support homosexuality and all that. And homosexuality is also among the reasons among the agents of depopulation. Now, why we are seeing different countries coming in to allow African men to intermarry with their women, or to allow African men to sell their sperms to countries like Asia. And I'm telling you, this is with the time we are going to see another thing, because if African women are being sterilized unknowingly through this vaccination, that means the men will still have the potential of having children. And then the next thing, just like now we are seeing people flying in Africa, African men are going to resort to sleeping with women outside their race. And that means this is going to bring the worry that K. Williams is deeply worried of course, of having high population or high numbers of mixed babies. Now, we see that usually the attack, when people want to attack the Black society, they usually target the women because throughout history, we've seen this so very visible. We've seen this in America, where Black American women were being sterilized when, of course, they knew that now we are done with the Americans. We no longer want them anymore. They have worked in our farms. They have, of course, constructed the roads and all that. We are done. We have exploited them and we are done. They started sterilizing African, Black American women. And it took time, really. And some of them, until now, they still carry that gene, because I very much believe that the fertility rate of African American women should be the same fertility rate of African women, because we are not different. And so the sterilizing of the sterilizing of these after this, the Civil War, when African Americans were no longer valuable, were no longer a valuable property, the view among white supremacists abruptly shifted. It became desirable to decrease the African American population in the South. So, sterilization abuse of African American women by the white medical establishment reached its height in the 1950s and the 1960s. Now, the issue of sterilization without consent is serious and sensitive. But we know that historically there have been instances where African women, among other minority groups, were subjected to forced sterilization. These practices were often rooted in eugenicist ideologies and aimed at controlling the population of certain racial or ethnic groups. Now, in the United States, for example, the eugenicist movement led to the involuntary sterilization of many women, particularly those of color, during the 20th century. Now, this was part of a broader pattern of reproductive injustice that targeted marginalized communities. We know that this sterilization thing has been on here in Africa for quite some time, and actually there is a certain time where going for all these family planning things, people would get come with money and all that. You go for family planning, you're given a token and stuff like that. But we see that at a certain point, there are some organizations that really, like the cesarean birth, there are some hospitals, more especially private hospitals, that don't think twice, okay, than to operate on an African woman. And each time, the first thing that resorts into their mind is an operation. And you know, when you are in the US, or when you are in UK, or the America, European countries and other countries, cesarean birth has no limit. Someone can even have up to 7 children. But when it comes to Africa, they decide for you that once you do that, you can only have apparently 5.
ate nga basinga ndaba balongosa bulongosa system.
Uh-huh. Now they
I
are
was
doing
like,
it deliberately.
I was like, and they are doing it on these
Young girls,
who are
yes,
starting just to give birth.
yes, and they are
Actually,
doing it,
most
and
of them,
this is happening between ladies who are 28 years below. The moment you are that age and you go to the
and
hospital.
in Africa, there are a lot of like childbearing kids.
Hmm?
We're having a lot of young women giving birth in Africa.
Mm.
That's why they are doing what on these young. They are giving birth for their first time.
Now
They are
the mission is right there.
and it is expensive.
And remember, the law says the moment you are having a cesarean birth, you're going to have, you cannot have more than 5 children. All right, and this is why they are operating on young girls who are that fertile
And the spacing
at that
must be
age.
between 3 years.
The space must be between 3 years now, that is. But now you can see that this is a plan. If at all every young girl is going to the hospital to have their first, but because in Africa people get married when they are young, really. Someone getting married when they are 28 is normal. Someone getting married when they are 20 is a normal thing. No one is gonna be wowing about it.
If spacing is for 3 years for a kid, like a woman gives birth for the first kid is of course operated because she's like now spending she spends 3 years eh on a man in 3 years.
You guys send flowers, okay?
Sorry?
I said you guys send flowers, okay? You supposed to say send flowers for what, Maria? No. Last night, last night everybody in the studio was in an altercation. So that's why there was no
Mm.
show last night. That's why I did the Africa Today show today. Nobody was really on any shows this morning because the crew went out to get something to eat after the King's Frequency show last night. And so with Shamani and Joby were walking with HR, Camus, and Danny. There was a group of guys out there and they grabbed Shamani's butt and they grabbed Joby's butt. And Joby turned around and punched the guy in the nose and broke his nose. There was blood everywhere. And so those 10 guys jumped on jumped on Camlish, HR, and Danny and beat their ass, right? So so HR ended up in the hospital last night. They broke his ribs and shit and fractured his fractured his um fractured his wrist. He fractured his wrist. And I guess he got the worst of the beat. And so they was out there brawling last night with those guys. And Joby punched that guy in the nose and broke his nose. So after she broke his nose, they went to beating their ass. so they went to beating their ass. And so um, yeah, so none of them. So Joby's at home. HR's in the hospital still. Ribs all cracked. Cameron's at home all fucked up. I'm not sure if Danny made it in tonight, so that's why. Yeah, yeah, they called me last night when they was in the hospital. You know, so you know, I said, hey, it sounded like y'all was in India or some shit. People just grabbing their ass, talking about give me some pussy. Y'all going to start wearing trench coats or something. Y'all need a studio. Y'all gonna dress like nuns or some shit, like like them Islamic motherfuckers or something. Y'all going to start wearing trench coats or something. I was walking with the guys. They were still disrespectful. They don't care about you. Got 3 guys. There's 10 of them. They beat, they beat the living shit out your ass. Shit. So, soon as you punch that guy in the nose, and they seen that blood, they didn't care if you're Shimani. Shimani's the only one that works. Somebody said she's Van Dam. She she she's Shimani Van Dam. So that's why you'll see everybody at work today. Everybody got fucked up last night. Everybody got beat up. everybody got fucked up outside the studio because they're trying to defend Shimani and Joby from these guys talking about, grabbing their ass, talking about, give me some pussy. so, 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 so you have HR, Candace, and Danny trying to defend their womanhood, and they got their ass beat. got their ass beat. So they got fucked up. It was like 12 against 3. It's just 3 of those dudes, and they had like 12 of them, and they beat their ass. So, everybody's all bruised, fucked up. Half of, HR's face is all swollen up. His ribs are broke. He got a messed up wrist. Daddy looked all right last night in the hospital. Cameron's all fucked up. Joby's all fucked up. Shimani's not bad. Shimani can make it to work. She's not bad, though. Yeah, like fighting their own. Exactly right. And like I said, they got into it with them. They were just with the guys going to get some meat. They were being accosted at the show. They were going to get some meat, and I said, damn, that's like some shit. That's like some shit in India. Shit. I said, y'all better start. And Shimani wasn't even just provocative. Shimani had long pants on, so I said, damn, y'all better that's like some nasty Indian shit right there. That's what Indian motherfuckers. The Kenya's getting bad as India. Shit. Y'all better start wearing a trench coat when y'all leave the studio to go get something to eat. But yeah, so if you guys are wondering what happened to everybody in the show, guys got their ass beat last night. And Airtime wasn't there. Airtime was already gone. Sheila was there. I showed you guys Sheila in the last show I did. Sheila was there crying. I said, Sheila, they fight. You can't be crying when it's time to throw hands. When it's time to fight, it's time to fight. She over there crying and shit. You ain't no help. Get out the way. You crying and shit. They trying to fight. Trying to be sitting on the side crying. The fellow colleagues are getting their ass beat, trying to jump in and, trying to fight. Not time to stand over there crying. Shit. Crying. What are you crying for? Oh yeah, everybody's getting their ass beat. You better pick up something and knock somebody upside the head with it. Sitting over there crying and shit. Like I tell him, I think what started when Joby punched the guy in the nose and broke his nose and all that blood came out. So it was on from there. So last night the staff got thrashed. They got their ass beat out there. So welcome to Kenya, land of getting your ass whipped. Damn. Be careful when you walk around as a woman in Kenya. Shit get crazy. God damn. Like that. Everybody's at home nursing their wounds. So if you didn't see Canvas, you didn't see HR, you didn't see Joe, but they're at home nursing their wounds. They all fucked. You guys know I keep it real. They're at home all fucked up. And I'll tell you how the truth. They're at home all fucked up. But how you Maria and Seto doing? You guys are obviously not all fucked up today.
I'm just wondering, like, how do even people just
Uh,
start? Like, I can't even. I see people
you wonder
fighting.
what?
But
Mm.
I'm
By the way,
wondering how someone.
alright, yalwanye n'emmundu.
And if ever abalwanyi tubalabira ku masimu.
It is very, very
You
crazy.
ain't, you ain't, you ain't never, you got them every little better. You never had nobody try to grab your ass, Maria?
Yeah, never. No one has ever done that before. How will someone even? Maria, you can throw hands. When by the way, I stopped. I can't remember when I last had a fight with anyone. I think this was when I was in my primary school. I used to fight a lot. Having grown with boys, and each time, now the funny thing about me was each time a girl of my age or older than me would disturb me, I would ask you to go and bring your brother. Because I grew up when my brothers are saying they don't beat women. So I would say, go and bring your brother. I want to fight your brother. Because when you are a girl. But I remember one time I kicked a boy from my class. Really, I kicked from my class, and I
Why'd
think
you
they were.
kick him?
I was going to be expelled from school, and they
Why'd you
called my.
kick him? Hold on, Maria. What'd he do? Why'd you kick him?
You know school, and I think I don't know
I
if when I
know.
was
I'm still asking you. Why'd you kick him?
I was this kind of person who could not fight instantly. Now this is the
All right.
funniest thing about me. I just fight not because I'm angry, but because I want to beat you up. And at times I'll just stand them and I tell them now you wait when we are on our lunch break, then I'll fight you. Can you prepare yourself to do this? I wasn't fighting because I'm mad at someone. I just want to beat you up. And I'll tell someone now, wait on the lunch break. If like you disturb me, we're not just boys who could disturb a lot. Someone comes, takes your pen, your pencils in the class, and I'm like, you want to fight me? You wait on lunch break. I'm eating, I'm preparing. Let my
so, so
someone.
you, so you organizing the fight, Marie. Said, wait till lunch break.
Wonder why was I doing that? So someone comes from a blue, you start fighting, you're not even angry. Because now that incident has even passed. But now you're fighting because you're supposed to prove to this person. So this is how. And then I beat this boy so badly. The one who was school. But the administration knew I was someone who was humble. So I guess that's why they called my
Okay.
mom. And my mom was like, "Do you want to continue with the school? You know, Maria." And she told me all that sorry stories. And I promised my mom to never fight. I've never fought again.
Okay.
I've never actually, I've
That's all
never
nice.
done it since.
Well, they,
I don't
well,
know.
they had no choice but to defend themselves yesterday, Marie. They were getting their ass beat. They were getting
I was
their ass
fighting. I
beat.
remember there is a lady, I boxed her mouth and all the front teeth came out. I don't know why I was fighting like this. And by the way, this lady used to, because she was older, so she used to urinate on the bed. And because she was older, each time she would urinate, she changes my mattress. So we're in boarding school. Each time she wets her bed, she changes my mattress and puts it on her bed. She gets her mattress, the one she has wet on, she puts it on my bed because I was young.
Damn.
So I
Who was
was
doing
young.
that? Who was doing
But
that?
one of the colleague at school, and she kept on doing this because in the dormitory I was the youngest there.
Huh.
And you used to sleep per class. You'd find that P1 or two, three,
Well,
four, they are sleeping.
she was asking for an ass whipping doing shit like that.
So I
Damn.
wonder where she's at. Because I know she had grown and I don't think she has teeth now. I don't know where she is. But each time she would do that, and I think I felt so mad. That's the time when I fought when I was really angry. But most of the fights, I would just prepare them to fight them with people.
I
Because
would.
I fought her, I boxed her, and I think she lost 40 in the mouth.
Damn. Damn.
And when she
You punch you
they
punch
would
the you punch the you punch the dead in the mouth, Maria?
I
You
used
punch
really
the
to put
dead
like a
you
punch
punch the
and
you punch the dead in their shit.
they took me to that demonstration
Your
and
ass.
everyone
The
was
fuck
supporting.
you
No, it's
you told
Joe.
you told
No, no.
I told you stop fucking with me. Punch the
And
dead in their
when I was
shit.
to that, everyone was always afraid. Everyone, because I wasn't someone who had a huge company or group of people. I was always moving with like two of my friends each time, and but I don't know where she is now. She was grown. And one thing I've realized: people who are weak have the mouth. People who are weak have a mouth to talk all the time. They know how to use their mouth. And when but anyway, I'm not but how what happened? Were these people at the studio? Were they out? What happened? Where did that gang come from? Or were they on the road heading home? You touch a woman's ass here in Uganda, she can arrest you for assault. Seriously. And they will jail you for touching someone's behind. And most men know that. You cannot come around unless when you are in a place where of course it's not excusable. Because like when you go to those nasty places, then definitely people gonna be doing that. And and in bars, because we reach in bars where everyone is drunk and someone is going to be touching you anyhow. At times they are being driven by the level of alcohol intake. But you
As I
touch
was like,
a woman's ass here in Uganda when she's just walking, she can even arrest you
yeah.
for assault. You can't do
Mm,
that.
see,
You can't do that.
but the police are
I don't
too
know when I
corrupt.
say
The police are too corrupt in Kenya. Police are too corrupt in Kenya. They're not gonna stop none of that. They're too goddamn corrupt for real. So you know, they were just walking past. I guess they figured out the guys was there was so many of them. They didn't think that HR and Camus and Danny would say nothing when they were touching on Shamani and Joby's ass. And so when Joby turned around and punched the guy in the mouth, I mean the nose, and all the blood came out his damn nose, it was on then. They started fighting all over the place. And so, like I said, like they just hit like five of them on him at one time, fucking him up, kicking him and shit, and punched him in his ribs. What about you, Seto? When's the last fight you got in? When's the last fight you had, Seto? When's your last fight?
Awesome, Abdullah. Yes, everyone.
For me, my history with fighting, I don't maybe was I was starting university
Okay.
when I last had a fight, and it was something that was like it was a group like a group fight, like it was a group fighting, like
Yeah.
some people were rioting, and for me I wasn't rioting, so they had to come to me. Why is it that I'm not striking with them?
All right.
So I remember that is the last time I felt like
But what happened? They started beating your ass because you wasn't riding with them. They started fighting you because you didn't ride with them. What?
so they wanted to throw me down. We were on a flat on the third floor, I remember. So they wanted to throw me
Yeah.
down.
They wanted to throw you down the third. They wanted to throw
Yeah,
you down 3 flights of stairs.
yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn.
because he had refused to join the demonstration.
God
So
damn, Seto. Shit.
yeah, so I had to
So
fight
what you
those.
so what so what'd you do? You could Santa, you couldn't give him popcorn. You had to fight him. That was just,
So,
So I had to fight those people. We fought seriously, and it was a night, by the
and
way.
everyone was bleeding.
Yeah, it was a night.
wow.
Nasty.
You had a you had a knife, Santa. You had a knife. You had a knife.
No, they were punching each other.
So I had to fight
They
them.
are punching each
Mm.
other, knocking each other's head on the balcons and all that.
Damn. Glad you got. I'm
Terrible.
glad you got. I'm glad you got away, Santa. That sounds crazy. Shit. That might be worse than what Job and them went through last night. Shit. Yours sounds dangerous. Yours sounds life threatening. Shit. They want to throw you down that damn three stories of flight of stairs and shit. God
Mhm.
damn.
I don't know why people really, because you see, it is very, I realized something, you know, it takes just a small emotional thing for you to fight. But to end that fight, because the more you punch, the more angrier you get. This is me now, I know. You throw one punch and you become more angry. You keep on fighting, which is by the way, someone deciding not to fight doesn't mean that
I don't. I
don't
don't. Yeah, of course not. But I don't think. I don't
don't
think
say it's
Santos had anything. I don't think Santos had anything to do with being angry. Maria. Santos had to do about survival. Shit. They gonna try to kill his ass.
yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Hey,
So
what
they
would
thought
have
because
just said,
he's trying to refuse, they thought he was weak. People
Mm,
have a mentality. You have to stay in the
Yeah.
chaos so you can show you are strong, you have to be chaotic and all that. But these people are even
and
weak
due
actually.
to the fact that I just joined the university, so they thought I'm a coward stuff.
Hmm.
These are
Crazy.
people that were in their third semester at the university.
The
Most of
bullying.
them, yeah. So maybe they wanted to bully me. Little did they know.
Things are like it's crazy. And at times
Mm,
I don't know. I hate seeing people fight now, that is one thing. Because at the end, when you fight, the end is usually terrible.
mm.
People start fighting as a mere thing. We saw a video today.
By
So
the
this
way,
guy just came. I don't know how stupid
okay,
someone
ku
can be.
Twitter.
This guy
Nesinakala.
just came and they started fighting a security guard with a gun that was loaded.
Seriously.
And you're fighting, even you're holding the pipe, you're
Yeah,
holding even,
maybe that guy had a problem. Like
and
some
then
people.
you are boxing agantu kano gantama buli wogenda ogegajjawo. Each time you
Yes.
look,
Yes.
so the guy the security guard shot him
Mm.
on the stomach. So I don't know why people think I even hate staying around people who like fighting all the time.
Mm.
I hate it. I can't. I One time, by the way, I saw my brothers fight.
Mm.
Our elder brother and the second born, the first born and the second born.
Mm.
I saw them fight.
Who
They were,
won? What happened? Who won?
our firstborn stammers,
Mm.
and he hated someone telling him that he stammers.
Mm.
So our second born, I don't know whatever issues they had, but they started to fight, and the other one said, "What are you saying? You're stammering. I can't hear you." Yeah, the other now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hold on. Who was stammering? Your older brother or the younger brother?
elder, the
Oh,
elder
okay. Okay.
brother,
So the younger brother told the older brother, "You're stammering. I can
yeah,
understand you." Okay.
yeah. And because we knew our brother, so he was understanding everything. He just wanted to piss him off. That's what. So our brother got pissed. They fought. They threw each other out of the window. They followed each other.
Damn.
They
They threw each other
started.
out the window. Shit.
They were
God damn.
fighting, and my mom was like, "Stop, guys, stop fighting." No one was listening. and they started fighting. The other and jumped through the window. The other and followed him. He made making. We had never seen such commotion before. Hmm? We had never seen they punched each other. They
Sound
even
like
started bleeding and all that. Now what our mom did, our mom pretended like she had fainted. Our mom
sound like
pretended
some
like
movie type shit.
so no, my mom pretended like she had collapsed. She fell down and she was. They all stopped fighting. They left.
So, so it took your mother pretending to faint for them to stop. Hey, stop, mom, mom. So it took your mother to faint or pretend like she was fainting for them to stop. That's a good
Yeah,
strategy.
so
That's funny.
mom pretended she had fainted, fell down, and she was, so all of us we ran to mom. They also turned back and said, "Oh, they stopped." We all ran to mom. That's how they stopped fighting. Well, those boys would have hurt each other so badly. You see, so fighting. Someone
Remember,
may see fighting as
you remember how old they were? How old were they? Were they teenagers at the time, Maria?
I don't know. Maybe they were in their early 20s. I don't know.
Early 20s.
Maybe
Okay,
they were
okay, okay,
teenagers.
okay.
But I think
Okay. That was a good fight then. Okay, that was a good fight. They've been in their early 20s. All right.
so, so I don't know. Somebody really. I think they had run. TikTok.
Now, hold on. Now this ain't the younger brother that's a surgeon, right? He might have messed his hand up so he can't do no surgery. This ain't the younger brother that's a surgeon, right? That's not him, right?
Huh?
It's not the younger brother that's a surgeon, right? It's not
No,
him, right? Okay.
we are seven. I'm talking about the first two.
Two. Okay, okay.
I'm talking
We're
about
just
the
making
first.
sure. We're making sure.
No, the other one is young. The first two are grown up men now. Our firstborn, I think, is in his 40s. Our first brother, the eldest,
All right.
is in 40s
How many?
now.
I've got. How many brothers you got, Maria? It's five. It's five boys, right?
Six.
Oh, six boys and one girl.
Yeah.
Being you. Now, are you the youngest or the second to the young? Are you the youngest or the second to the youngest?
Me, I'm the third to the
Uh,
youngest. I'm followed by two.
you're the youngest,
I'm
right? You're the youngest, right?
followed by twins. I'm not the youngest. I'm followed by twins. There are two
That's a,
brothers.
yeah. So you found my twin. Okay, so okay, you're the third to the youngest. Okay, so is one of the twins the surgeon? Is one of the twins the surgeon?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
break. Okay.
So
What does the other twin
um,
do? What does the other twin do? What does he do? Oh, go ahead, Seto.
Kita, there is a trending video in Uganda about a certain guy. He was fighting a security guard. I don't know whether you can see this well.
I don't see that. I see that.
I mean, yeah. It's like fool right at that place. Shit.
Yeah.
But how can you fight someone who has a gun like that?
I don't know.
So that's how crazy some people are. Maybe he was mentally disturbed. Hmm. After shooting him, then he relaxes. Me,
What's
I
that video? Is that video on like on YouTube or something or TikTok that you guys shared on your computer? I can see a little bit of it, but it's too hard to
download
see.
it.
Nikida WhatsApp.
Let's go.
What is Nikida WhatsApp? Once or
You download it. You send it your way.
downloading. So that guy was fighting a security guard.
Naye bakutitogeraga
All
kweri
right.
fifi
Were they in the
dakweri.
store or something? I said so. We're in the store.
Yeah, the store.
Okay.
So because even if it was me, I would shoot that idiot. And he took time. Me, my temper can't allow me to take all that time. That man was calm. You after he was shot, he relaxed his ass. Paul,
Damn.
because
Eh?
then let's try to share this if we can find the video. Yeah,
What about DJ?
are you sure?
DJ? Downloading this in WhatsApp.
Okay.
How can you fight someone with a gun? There is no Africans. Is that confidence or stupidity?
I'm still. I don't know. Omusajja bamukwata bamukwatidde kibi because you
Ninga
cannot.
alabye abamawulire mabega nga bamukutte.
Bajja mutta era balina omukwata tosobola mulekera awo naye bajja mutta. Bajja mutta. Sikiraba okuyange. Ebintu byaba akola biba bimpulikikira bubi ebyo.
Fifi the Queen.
Era
That is extremely terrible. I've never seen people who are so confident like that.
tubadde ku TV ki? Tubadde ku ki?
Tell you it.
Nsooka nzirayo omuntu oyo.
Why is it not showing here?
Reality TV Uganda.
Oh, akasimiro bakadde. Akali nanze obwana obufaanana. Fida Siwatunula ng'enjala gweru. Oti, sio akana ka
Nza kubanga yattako.
omukazi naye ate afaanana bubi mu meediya.
Mukapa. Ate omukazi oyo alabika nakapanka. Ate alabika alina olugambo. Sikiraba when I try to load. Caption yabaddeko yabadde ki? Yeeno mbadde ngituuseeko. Yeeno.
Naye waliwo kye bayita confidence ne stupidity. There is what we call confidence and stupidity. Abaasa batanziramu.
Yep. Kola bye. twagala reunion y'ebiki mwagala kudda mu reunion yammwe
ate oza baabikola abaana baagala osasula ssente
baavu Let me see how I can send you this video. Twagala reunion. You got it. There you go.
You guys can finish your topic.
No, we are trying to share the video here.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I wonder what you guys. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I like to see it myself. Go ahead. I'm in the backwoods of North Carolina. I'm probably gonna lose my internet. So if I go out, you guys know why. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Like that. Boom, boom,
Sorry.
boom, boom. Yeah, see that? Like this. Boom, boom.
Okay. You get a strike. We'll get a strike. Kanene.
kali mu dakiika 18 katonda yatuyambye asaawa 18 n'akasiika naawe agenda biwa
You guys don't get a strike for that. It's not a YouTube video.
Eh?
It's a downloaded video. You guys don't. It's what?
There are people fighting. Won't we get a strike?
No. No. You only get strike when it's copyrighted material. Nah, you got fight shit all on YouTube. Are you crazy? You got that shit all on YouTube. People fighting and knocking people in the head. Nah, you ain't getting no strike for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Only time we get a strike is when you guys use material from somebody and you haven't asked for their permission that they've already posted on YouTube already.
Start. Good. I get it. I got it. It's here. Now I have to share this.
Damn, they putting in work. Whoa, watch out. Damn. God damn.
I think people come with dash wishes.
Damn, they ain't dropped the door. All kind of shit. So who had the gun? Who's the one with the gun? Why you just didn't shoot the shit out of his ass?
Mukazi amuwunza mutunuleeri tunuleeri.
No one will. Really, that guy is a man.
Niyeko bamwambulidde muli ne badda.
Oh,
Abambe tulabana n'anyagala kudda mu now he has relaxed. Yeah. No, I mean you cannot. Why should you fight like this? How can you attack an armed person
imagine.
in such a way? Even if me, I cannot feel sorry. If he dies, he dies. He does. See? Badagana mukubisa kiggala kya mundu.
Okimanyi omusajja yaligyeko omusajja emundu namukuba
That guy nze temanyi ade ayagala twala mundu. Abantu basuula akambeera ekyo namulalu kyalwanako nze kati kuba. Omulalu singa yakutte kutedda agamba. Abantu badduse. Era mumundu ng'agikutta omuntu. Mulange akutte emmundu ye agikwata.
kitegeeza wagikuttawo yadasobola ogikyusa ng'akuba oli.
Nga wadde ayagala gimusikako.
Omukkiriza nakulewo. Omugambe kyuka nkwongere naawe tommanyiyo. Me, I can just move and the hand just touched the trigger. I didn't intend. Tulikomoke. Bagenda mukola ki? That idiot. Okayi bajja mukyala. Okera. I don't know how someone can. No, you see, a lot of people have this video has brought mixed feelings about a lot. First of all,
Why? What are your mixed feelings?
there are a lot of people saying he shouldn't have shot him. What if this guy wanted to disarm this security person? You see, all the time he was intending to touch that gun. People pretend like that. So what if you had disarmed this man and even shot more than one person around? It was okay to shoot him. I would even shoot him 7 times. There are people who provoke.
I would have shot the shit out of his ass too. Why was he fighting me? Why is he fighting the security guard to begin with? What did the security guard do to him, Maria? Why is he fighting him anyway? Why is he fighting him?
You see, but and of course, a lot of people, of course, Ugandans and their mentality. He shouldn't have shot him. At least he should have struggled to struggle. You are fighting a man to man. Forget that.
Yeah. If I'm struggling, that's why I got a gun. I'm not struggling with you. I'm not struggling with you. I'm gonna shoot the shit out your ass.
You can see how he was holding the gun. The guy was holding the gun, and the guy you can see his body. Oh, guy, are you trained?
And he wasn't giving this guy to load.
To load, and we have seen a lot of scenarios recently. We are seeing, I think there is a group of young trained people who are kicking. They come and they kick you on the throat. They take away your stuff.
What? Whoa! They come and kick you in the throat. God damn! What?
A lot of people they are losing. They cannot even have. The other man lost his voice cord. He can't talk because he was kicked on the throat and they stole his things. But they arrested these guys. They are young, in their 20s. All right, and they are all the same size. They walk the same. Like someone is training this gang to do that. Now someone comes in the broad daylight. They pretend like this to fight. And when they disarm the security guard, it is you who is going in for losing the gun and all that. So me, I feel like it was okay. Actually, he just shot him once. Now with me, Maria would have shot that one 4 times 5 because, oh no. There is one time we were moving. I was moving.
I'd have shot the shit out of his ass too.
Yeah. I was moving. I was heading to Old Kampala. there is to the CPS, and so I in front of me was this security guy. He was a police officer actually. He was having his gun. I think he was moving from, he was heading to the CPS. And I think he was
Yeah.
from guarding a place around maybe the bank or something, because it was a walkable distance to the CPS. So behind me was, in front of me, in the middle, between me and that police officer was a man. He was eating maize, and he would remove the corn, the wasted whatever, the maize, the wasted corn, and he throw at this police officer. You idiots! We are tired of. And he kept on hitting his head with this. So I was like, what does this guy really want?
Damn.
Because at times everyone is a human despite everything. He kept on hitting, he even picked some other bottle and he hit this policeman, and he kept on picking things. We are tired of you. We are tired. And by the way, I think this act can only be done in Uganda. It is only in Uganda. You see, social media portrays a different picture, but it is only in Uganda, in the entire Africa, where civilians provoke military people and police officers. It is only here. In Nigeria, they see someone in a military uniform, everyone steps aside. They see someone in a police uniform, everybody steps. In Uganda, people start slapping police officers, people start insulting military officials, and by the but again, when you see the social media, it is a different picture that is portrayed. I think the most disrespected military and police officials in this world are Ugandan military and police officials. Disrespected by both their government and the people they are protecting. Because you cannot keep on doing that. Because the law in Uganda does not allow you to shoot a civilian no matter what. And the civilians know that. So they keep on provoking people anyhow. So this guy started stoning this man, and he was a young guy. I think he was just from the academy. He was young, and the dude was even older was even older than this young boy he was shooting at. So the boy just kept on moving. He increased his speed. He wanted to escape from this civilian who was actually torturing him. You do that in Kenya, you get shot dead straight. And nobody's going to ask why you were shot dead.
You got
You
that
see
right.
that?
You got that right. You got that right, Maria. In Kenya, they'll shoot that shit out your ass. Them cops shoot that shit out you.
You do that, me, I've seen. You do that in other African countries, you are shot dead. But here in Uganda, civilians provoke military people. Now, this one, you come with someone who is having a gun and you want to fight them in the broad
You mean
daylight.
tell me the police don't just shoot the shit out you in Uganda like they do Kenya, Maria? They don't do that?
By the way, one thing I know, the police in Uganda, they are among the people who don't have rights. I don't know whether
Okay.
it is worldwide, but police in Uganda has no rights. Because I don't think
Wow.
there is a right to defend these people. I don't think there is a right. It is not. It is. I've seen the police people being tortured by civilians. People should respect uniform. People should learn to respect uniform. Ugandans don't do that, and this is what Bobby Wine does. But when it comes to the police officer, start piercing them, pushing their chest. What is that?
Besides,
Really?
they even have uniforms that
And Bobby
resemble the
Wine,
police.
they have uniform that resembles the police. So how
They
will
put
you know?
ranks on
And
those
Bobby Wine
things.
has guns, which is of course known to the entire country. So Bobby Wine puts on uniforms that resembles the police with his gang. You understand? And you cannot shoot at Bobby Wine. You cannot do stuff. I'm not that calm. Me, I'm not that. I cannot join this because I may end up killing a lot of people. I'm not that calm. You can no.
You know,
I
you
don't.
end up killing a lot of people. I know, Sandro. Lock Maria ass up right now. Or she end up killing a lot of people. Lock her up right now, Santo.
I don't have that patience. First of all, you know, people go through a lot, and I think the most underpaid people in this country are the police officers. They sleep bad, they eat bad, they get low salary. On top of that, they are being tortured by the people they are protecting. Why wouldn't these people get guns and start to rob? Because they don't, you the people have not given them the love to protect you. But you want me to protect you, you don't respect me, you don't give me that I deserve as someone who is sleeping out, taking care of your property. This is why we are seeing a lot of them taking guns and starting to rob. Most of the robbers we have here who rob banks and everything, they are the very people. Because they have not been given the love. Why should I protect you? After all, during the daytime, you are going to disrespect me. After all, the moment you find me, you are going to insult me. They don't have that. You know, when you live in a society where people respect you, you feel like you're part of that society. No, I feel like these people don't feel it. You see the houses where they sleep, the houses they sleep in, their children even don't go to good schools. Their children go on without food. The government gives them low payment. They are not even allowed to have side businesses according to the law. You cannot have a shop. You cannot start up your own business. You have sworn to what your government property. You are dispendable. Now you cannot have your own. But the very people that you are sacrificing your life for cannot treat you like a human. Then if it was me, what do you expect me to do? How to just be like them? I can't. Let people, I think, first of all, now look at this very idiot. You got to find that even if it was, no matter how angry you are, you got to fight an armed person. What do you expect at the end? What you kulinda mukasikiriza nze ndooza abantu balwanyisa obusiru. Nkulinda mukasikiriza. Even if I'm fighting, I can never fail to have conscience nga nnwana. Ate kyova olaba nze kinzigwalira kale okulwanyisa. Nze bwemala lubiri gwonna guba gukankana gutya. Ezaga nemmala nekiŋŋamba mbu kati ŋŋenda nemmala nkukubako omulundi ogwo simala. Kata nti kyekizibu kyennina kuba buli lukuba busungu. Obusungu bujja. Ate bwe ntuuyanaanamu. But this yabadde musiru.
How can you fight someone with a gun? And by the way, the security guard was so patient with this guy. He would have shot this stupid guy
immediately.
Me, I was so patient, even gave him ate. I think the order came from
TikTok teraga violence. Egiteeka for some time n'egijja.
This I think the order came from the manager of that store who came outside because shooting came after this guy came out. Was like maybe Mukube. Because this guy was really patient with this guy. So crazy.
Yagambye mukube. Ayinza okuba nga yabadde mubbi.
Ng'ate bamwambuliddemu n'avaayo nga yeegalagaza.
Abantu naye beesuulangamu eddalu. People have different people.
Bane baagala omukwata nga bakubira poliisi ndoza maybe baadde bamugyema nga
agoberera owa security.
Era ndoza yatamugambe bamugambe tuwe by the police staff. That's why they ended up.
Tesobola kuyingira ku sirikale. Nyinza okubatta.
Kati mubuuze bakutte ku poliisi.
So Keith,
Yes, yeah, I'm here. What?
Were these people arrested? The ones who fought with Joby and the colleagues?
No, they didn't fight the police. I don't think Joby had the police. No, I don't think they got the police to come. They just got their ass beat. So I don't think no the police when they came and did nothing anyway. So it's a regular altercation on the street. So well no, and they had to go to. And the funny part about it, you think the police would have came because they had to go to the hospital. They got fucked up so bad, but they had to go to the hospital. They had to have care at the hospital, and they had to go to the hospital to get looked at because the ribs
Do
were broken and.
they know that guys?
I asked them. They said no. That's what I said. I said, did you know the guys? They said nah, just some thugs that hang out. They was they were going somewhere to go get some food. So I don't know. I don't know how far they were away from the studio where they were going to get the food. Obviously, it wasn't that far away because they was in walking distance. So I don't know where they were going. But you say, like I said, it was all six of them. It was Christine. I mean, it was all six of them. Sheila, Joby, Shamani, um, HR, Camlish, and Danny. So yes, they walked by this group of men, these group of guys. They said they were young guys. They weren't old. They were like 19 and 20. So they were young guys. So they walked by these guys, and the guys reached out and touched Shamani's and Joby's ass. Said, give us some pussy, right? And so when they said that, the guys, stepped to the guys who did it, and then next thing they said, oh no. First Joby, they grabbed Joby's ass. Joby turned around and punched him in the nose, and his nose started bleeding and shit. Right? And so next thing I know, it was a melee because Joby punched that guy in the nose, and all 12 of them jumped on their ass. It is a wild fight. So it's 6 on 12. Those are all guys, and those are mostly women. It was 3 girls, so they couldn't fight back. So it was 3 guys against 12 guys. They were getting fucked up. So and yeah, Sheila wasn't no help. Sheila was over there crying. Sheila was traumatized. I said, God damn, leave Sheila ass back in the studio if you guys are going to get to me. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. You can't be having nobody crying while you're getting your ass beat. It's time to fight, baby girl. You're in a fight now, shit. You didn't expect to fight, but you're there. You didn't expect it, but now you're in it. So I know Shamani says she grabbed like a pipe and hit one of the guys over the head with that shit. So that wasn't a real fight. Like that shit you guys just showed. It was a brawl, but it was too many of those young early 20s. Yeah, I'm breaking up, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not.
It's okay.
So, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of nowhere, guys. Yes, I'm out in the middle of nowhere.
You don't know where you are.
I know where I'm at. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There's nowhere out there. I'm in the countryside.
Oh, why do you call that nowhere?
So I'm surprised my internet connection is still working right now. I'm out in the North Carolina countryside.
It looks beautiful.
The trees. But when we were growing up, we used to see such trees besides the roads. Era tukyakiraba.
Anti bw'otuuka mu Lusaka gibaawo.
Eh?
Kati bwe tuba tugenda ewammwe mwe tetulaba tetuyita mu kiri ekibi.
Naye tegiri nnyo close kukuba weegityo. Tegiri
Kino
nnyo
kiri
close.
kukuba ki?
Ate si kalitunsi. Olaba kalitunsi ono?
This is where they used to beat a lot of slaves back in the day. Hey, you dirty, filthy niggas. Ah! Oh, master, please stop beating me. Shut up, nigga. Ah! It's North Carolina. Master, please stop beating me. Shut up, you filthy nigga. Ah! Ah! This is North Carolina right here. Slavery country back in the day. Where they used to beat the slaves and force them to pick cotton out of here. Cotton picking. Slavery. It's cotton picking time.
So
It's
that's
cotton.
why we are planting a lot of cotton over there.
Yeah. There's a lot of
Yeah,
cotton over here.
you
Cotton,
can see that
tobacco.
the soil it seems to be fertile.
Yeah. That's why they went to African. That's why they went to Africa and got them slaves, goddamn it. You niggas are gonna start planting shit for us white people. Because we're lazy and sorry.
Mm.
Negroes are gonna start planting the cotton for us. No white
Mm.
daddy, please. You shut up, you filthy nigga. You get to work. I'm surprised I got internet and phone. Shit, I'm in the middle of nowhere out here, boy.
Yeah,
Nowhere.
your internet is on.
Yeah, I'm surprised my internet's working out here. If I was in the middle of Alabama or Georgia, that should be off. North Carolina, that
There's
shit.
not there's no internet around the countryside in Alabama and Georgia.
Well, not as good as this one, obviously. No, but I'm around Alabama or Georgia, even Florida. My internet don't work good. But somewhere, I guess North Carolina's got better internet service, better infrastructure than those other states. Because anywhere like this, if I was in Georgia right now, in some place like I am right here, like this, in the middle of nowhere, I have no internet and no phone. I have nothing. I just be out here with nothing. But or somewhere in Alabama like this, I'd be on my phone and shit would be off. So, so hell no. That shit right. That shit right. Middle of nowhere. I'm in the middle of nowhere. Do 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 do. In the middle of nowhere. You got cows out there. Cows over there. Cows.
Yeah.
Whole bunch of stinking ass cows. Oh shit. Won't drop. I got a bunch of stinking ass cows. Shit. Ain't nothing out here. Ain't nothing out here but racist white people set up. You filthy nigga. Ain't nothing out here but racist white people. And they'll call you a filthy nigga, Seth. You filthy nigga. I wish you was a slave again so I could put you back on my land and whip you, nigga. Say, well, I ain't. And if you try, I got my gun to shoot you in the face. All right. All right. Make America great again, Seto. Put you Negroes back in slavery. Make America great again.
So is North Carolina covered by blacks only?
Say it again.
Is North Carolina covered by blacks only, by African Americans only, or there are
Nah,
whites?
nah, you got a bunch of whites in here. Nah, you got a bunch of black. The majority of the state is still white. You got a bunch of blacks in North Carolina. So yeah, because this was a mainly this states where they dropped a lot of slaves off in this state. in this state right here. Yeah. So is North Carolina got a big black population? Yes, but it still got more white people because they brought more white people from Europe to make sure that the blacks would not be the major population over them. So even though they got a bunch of slaves out of Africa, they brought more white people from Europe to make sure that they would be the dominant population here. But yes, but you do got a lot of black people that live in this state. Yes, that brought up from Africa, that live in North Carolina. Yeah, yes, this one of the big slave states back in the day. This state right here, North Carolina. But the slaves used to be out here getting whipped and beat and kicked and raped and all kind of wicked shit. All kind of wicked shit used to happen out here. But all kind of wicked shit. Especially back out. It's still in the middle of nowhere shit. But it is a pretty state. It is it is a pretty state, Septum. It is a beautiful place. Yeah. You got the ocean, you got mountains, right? Yeah. Yeah.
It's like the place is not too congested because if I can see on the road, I'm not seeing very
Well,
many cars.
nah,
Traffic.
it's not just because we're in the countryside, Seto. It's the countryside. We're not in the city. We're in the countryside. You know, the town, what you would call the villages. We're in the village area. This is all the village area. This be considered the village area, Seto.
But by now, do we still have African American people or black people that are still working for these whites on their farms,
Of course.
factories? Mm.
He said, damn. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. We don't own shit. They still run just like South Africa. We're like South Africa. The blacks don't own shit there. We don't own shit here. We did own shit, but they burnt when we would own land, and we used to own a lot of land. They stole it and they killed us. Santo. They would kill us and burn us down to the ground. So they would kill us. Santo. They would burn us down to the ground, and then they would steal the land back. So this is what you would call the village. It's not country. This the village area. If you was in Africa, this would be called the villages. This is the village area. Not much. You're out in the villages. Even though in America we don't call them villages, we call them towns, small towns. In Africa, you
Ah,
guys call these villages. We call them small towns.
yeah, every village has a town in Africa.
That's what we call. That's what we call. We don't call ours villages. We call them towns. So I'm in a small town in the middle of nowhere. Somebody, they go ambulance got somebody going back somewhere. Somebody must be. Somebody must have had a heart attack or dying or something.
Sorry. Here we have each village has a small town. We also
Okay.
have towns here. Like when I go to my
Okay.
village, there is a small town.
All right, but the village is a town then. We don't call it a village. We just call it a town, small town. So that's where I'm at. I'm going through small town after small town after small town. I'm not near any big city. I'm in what we call what you guys will call the village area or the townships. Small towns out in the countryside. That's why you'll see a lot of traffic out in the countryside. That's why you guys don't see a lot of traffic out here, out in the countryside. Ooh, wee. Shit. That's where they still be hanging niggas. Hey, nigga, let me hang you. I got a rope for you. Why you got a rope for me? Because it's got your name on it, nigga. Damn. This Georgia's ride with me, guys, through the countryside. We're riding through the countryside. Small town after small town in North Carolina. In North Carolina. Small town in the
How
village side.
English people,
They got,
English people did their English
say it
or
again.
whatever. You
Say
see,
it
for
again,
us here,
Maria.
for
Uh,
us here, when you go to my side, I will say I'm going to my village. But again, in
okay.
that village, there is a town, a place where people meet to buy stuff. Yeah, we
Yeah.
usually call it. Let me show you my
Okay.
village. I think it is. Let me
Okay.
show you my village. If I let me first show you.
Yeah. So we would just instead of us calling it a village, we just call it the town. The village and the town is the same thing. I'm in, a, I'm in all these little small towns I'm going through. Driving through small, driving through small town America, small town North Carolina, small town North Carolina. Small town North Carolina. No excitement at all. Got white people having sex with these sisters and shit. You my sister? Yeah, Jim Bob. I sure like to put my penis in you. Lost them. You guys said I think I lost them. Yeah, I lost them. The internet cut off. The internet cut off. Went on. God, I'm still 30 miles to go. Shit. Oh, no shit. Yeah, light after light, little town to little town. Yeah, all you gotta go. All you, yeah, but say, I bet, yeah, all you gotta do is get your ass on 10 and go goddamn west. A little bit. My ass, this shit crazy. That's why I didn't want to go back up this fucking way and do all this shit when he called me. I was like, hard miles, man. Eat up all my motherfucking time fucking with this. Eat up all my damn time. I think they may be gone, guys. I'm sure they're gonna come back or not. There was every time, yeah, I think you guys still here. They're gone. Yeah. I think they're gone, guys. I can't. Did they make it back or not? Now Maria's not the twin, or her twins came after her. She got two brothers that's younger than her that are twins. Like seven of them. Shit. Do, 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 do. Are they gonna make it or not? Do, 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 do. Yeah, school scenery. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, jibber jabber. It's not bad. It's not bad scenery. It's not bad scenery. You know, small town USA. It's no different from Pennsylvania too much. It's just, small town Pennsylvania. I mean, small town just at Winston Salem. I guess how many miles I am away from Winston Salem, quite a bit. But small town, small town, goddamn North Carolina. Cloudy, overcast, like it's about to goddamn rain. Small town USA. You know, I don't know if the guys are gonna come back or not. Probably not. Now USA. Yeah, yeah. You too, Jibba Jabba. You take care, Chip. I'm gonna wrap it up. Yeah, they do like that moonshine in North Carolina, Jibba. They love that moonshine here. They love that bathtub gin. Guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. I think they've been probably on it for like 3 hours anyway. Yep. I'm gonna wrap it up, guys. Talk to you guys later on tomorrow. Because Joe be at home nursing her wounds. So won't be no show today. So much love, guys. Wrap this shit on up.